Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we are going to select our first Malifaux purchase. See, you guys keep telling me to try it and to take a look at it, and I've taken a look, and it looks really different to anything that I've previously taken a look at before, and it's super weird and interesting, and the best way to start in anything, in my opinion, is to get the thing that excites you and interests you the most. You can sit and look at stats and stuff. If you want to be competitive with something, then of course do your research, find out what's good, what isn't, what works, what doesn't. But if you're doing it for just the joy of putting something together and painting it, just for wanting to do a bit of hobby, then go for the thing that interests you the most, that you look at and just think, I want that. Go for that thing, because that's the best way to keep yourself enthused and to keep yourself motivated to do stuff with it. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a look at the Malifaux site, and we're going to find something that jumps out at me and makes me go, yes, I want to own that immediately. That's what the plan is. So let's see what we can find, shall we? Okay, so in terms of factions, warbands, armies, factions, probably factions, we've got the guild, we've got Resurrectionists, Arcanists, Neverborn, which, I mean, that tickles my fancy straight away. Outcast, Bayou, which seems super specific. 10 Thunders, and Explorers Society. We're not going to go through every single one of these exhaustively, looking at absolutely everything. This is just diving in, seeing what kind of tickles my fancy, and seeing what's available to get a foot in the door, so to speak. So we'll start in order. So the first one, which is this ram's head symbol here, is Guild. So we'll have a look at Guild first. And okay, immediately, my eye is drawn to these, keeping the peace and protect and serve on that top row. But there's quite a lot here by the look of it. So let's have a quick scroll down. We've got almost like adventurers / witch huntery style things down here with that 6 feet under pack. Interesting. What is that top hat? That is an amazing top hat. Okay, we need to have a look at the top hat. Admittedly, my initial thing here was like robots. It looked like there were some interesting robots. Something similar there as well, with a kind of weird mechanical look. Now, of course, it is smart to go and have a look at the overall rules before you build up a particularly large force of anything, but just in terms of stuff that's kind of got my attention out of this lot, there's a few things. So crime and punishment look interesting. So did the internal investigation one. But my eye immediately, there's two interesting robot style things here. So let's have a look at the internal investigation first, because that top hat just made me happy. So what a weird collection. All right, so we've got one person in a suit with a revolver, carrying a dead body. Nice. Wrapped in a rug as well. I like that. That's a nice touch. I mean, this is exceptionally weird. I like it. So we've got false witnesses and guild investigators. I like the fact that this just feels like a little story of its own. I'm assuming someone has absolutely murdered someone here, and this lot are only pretending to have seen what's happened. Let's have a quick scroll down. No more information than that, unfortunately. I'm assuming once you buy the book, you'll be able to find out the exact specifics of these. Cool models, though. There's a lot of character in these. There's a lot of character. Alan Reed looks smug as anything. What a smug git. Okay. Crime and punishment. We've got an executioner and an actual robot knight, which is interesting. Okay, all of these, by the way, they're 32mm, as it says, and plastic, so that is mad. Okay, giant gauntlet with exhaust coming out the back, a big old claw on the other hand with some sort of... Oh, okay, that's like a big grapple thing by the look of things. That's a cool model. I like that. That has got a bit of what's his name? Is it Voldo from Soul Calibur? I should know this. I played a lot of Soul Calibur over the years. I'm getting that sort of vibe, but more kind of endgame Thor style, though, I guess. Oh, those are nasty. I like the big claws and the choppy weapons. That's cool. Okay, there's a really distinct difference between the models in there. You got the two wardens, which are totally stylistically separate to the executioners. Well, I say totally. There's a bit of steampunk going on with the executioners as well. Okay, interesting. I like those. Those look cool. So we also have the Keeping the Peace, which Alright, so we've got weird flying bats, a robot with a harpoon. Alright, this might be even more my thing. So, watchers, flying mechanical monsters with a massive, it's like a single eye on all of them by the look of things. That's cool. I like that. The Peacekeeper looks mad though. That looks crazy. So, 3 arms, one of which, well, 3 arms, 1 harpoon launcher, a flamethrower, because of course, only 2 legs, but a kind of interesting hunched over design. I like that. That's, ooh, okay. That's tickled my fancy even more than the previous one. And the other one that caught my eye was Protect and Serve. So we've got robots. we have robots. $50 for 5. Mind you, these are 32mm, so they're not. I was going to say they're probably going to be like bigger than you might think compared to like Age of Sigmar or 40k, but the scale is all over the shop with those anyway. Okay, these are cool. So there's 5 different ones in here. What look like big old, like, I don't know, like a cross between a Tommy gun and some sort of like Gatling. I don't know, but it's an interesting. Is it more like a grenade launcher? The guns are cool. The single eye is a nice feature, like right in the center of the head. I really like the style of the shields on them as well. And the ones that have got the sword and shield with the big cables coming out of the head. That's okay. These are on the shortlist now. These are on the shortlist. I'm a sucker for mechs. You know it's true. A painted example, which is really nice. It'd be nice if that was on the others we've looked at as well. I wonder if this is just a sporadic thing of stuff they've had commission painted or like user submitted. Either way, whoever painted these did a cool job. I like those models a lot. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so out of the guild, I'm narrowing it down to, I'm going to say Protect and Serve is the thing that's kind of grabbed me the most. This is just a quick scroll through and seeing what jumps out at you. And I have to admit, these have jumped out at me quite a lot. Yeah, okay, cool. So Protect and Serve there on the shortlist. Let's have a look at the Resurrectionist, see if there's anything that jumps out here. Alright. Okay. So, there's some interesting abominations going on here. My eye just went all over the place. We've got a couple of, like, stitched up corpse-style guys there, like zombie-style things. So this... I mean, Resurrectionist, I kind of assumed this would be more like a religious cult, sort of. Maybe that is the case, but it's more undead than anything else, because there's definitely a bit of ghoul and a bit of ghoul stuff going on here. There's some like interesting abominations, canine remains, undead dogs, ravener. Oh, okay, that looks interesting. That's just popped out. The desiccated as well. Some weird flamey skeletons. Call to Madness. That's jumped out quite a lot. God, is there even more for this lot? I think there might be. Draugr Rogue Necromancy. Okay. There's some interesting stuff. Like this. High Society looks interesting. Okay. Alright. Let's have a look. Let's see what. Those are the ones that kind of jumped out. So let's have a look. So we've got Ravenous, which has got like that weird. Her face combined with this, like, cloth and tooth nightmare, that properly jumped out. So this has got, I'm assuming it's pronounced Shikomi, could be totally wrong, and 3 Gaki? Sure. Oh, so they're like, okay, alright. So kind of weird bird harpies. Like, I guess harpy is the right word for that, right? A harpy's like part human, part bird? I'm not entirely sure. But that sort of vibe to him anyway. Okay, the artwork grabbed me, but I have to admit the top 2 models not so much. These are creepy and cool. I like these a lot. I like those. I like the Gaki better than the Shikomi. It's probably not how you pronounce any of that. I apologise. Look, I can barely speak English. Don't throw like random words at me that might not even be words. I don't know. Yeah, I like those 3, but not the other 2. Okay, let's have a look at the desiccated. Because we've got, like, creepy skeletons and some sort of graveyard monster, which is extremely my thing. I like that sort of thing. Apologies for the way that the images are working, by the way. Maybe I can... tell you what. That works better, doesn't it? We can get a better look at it that way. Alright, I really like these. I really like these. These are weird as anything. So it is like flamey skeletons, but that one is like walking. It's two skeletons fused together at the spinal column. One of them is upside down, one of them's right way up. Yeah, no, this is this. Okay, this is going straight. This is on the shortlist immediately. This is on the shortlist straight away. Look at them. Look how weird they are. Oh, those are great. All right. Okay, no matter what, the desiccated are going on there, because what the hell is going on there? Those are some fun sculpts. I like that a lot. All right, you're going over there. You're being saved. Okay, we also had the Ravenous, didn't we? No, we looked at the Ravenous. It was the Call to Madness and the High Society. Call to Madness has got a couple of like fell bat style things with clothes on. So Night Terrors and the Forgotten Marshal. All right. Let's see what we've got here. So, the Forgotten Marshal looks badass. That's cool. Got a big old gun in one hand, another gun over the top of like over the back of the shoulder. He's clearly got a hat that if he wants to, he can put on. Oh, the Night Terrors are interesting. So they've got 4 wings instead of the usual 2. The fact they're wearing clothes is super weird. I quite like it though. I quite like that. Looks a little bit different from what you might normally expect. And I like it when there's like an abundance of like, I don't know, extra limbs. The creepy nature of extra limbs always gets me. I like these a lot, actually. I like these a lot. This is kind of similar to what I ended up doing with my Zombie Dragon and my Laugavai and stuff, like going for some extra wings on there just to make them a bit more unusual. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know what? That's being added. That's being added to the list. Okay, that's been added to the shortlist as well. This is going to end up being a very long shortlist, isn't it? We'll have to trim because we're only going to grab one thing to start with. We're going to be smart and sensible. Okay, High Society is what I thought it probably would be. So it is. It is like undead like dandies and dead dandies and dead doxies. And however you pronounce her name, Noir, close enough. She has a very cool model. That one model with the 2 kind of weird scythe knife things, they look great. The doxies look pretty cool as well. That's some gnarly facial like messed upness going on one of them, which is nice detail. The dead dandies don't actually look as rotten as I thought they would. There's some nice decay on the clothes, though. Although in a way it's kind of uniform. The centre of the clothes is fine, but it's like the arms and legs are starting to go. I think I'd quite like to have seen it kind of more random. Although, actually, no, looking at it, his coat is gone. Yeah, so maybe that's a bit unfair. They're okay. They're alright. No, they're not like grabbing me. Okay, we've moved the Desiccated and Call to Madness over to the shortlist. Let's have a look at the Arcanist next, see if anything jumps. What the hell is that? What is going on here? Alright. I just immediately saw like a beaver and some sort of bear covered in spikes. Mind you, there's also a mechanical spider. We've got to take a look at that. And the heavy metal as well. We've got to take a look at that too. Is that a gorilla? There's a gorilla, a 2-headed wolf. What the hell? What is this? This is like... Okay, even by the standards of what we've already looked at, there's like weird animal stuff going on here. So, what the hell? Have they got like baseball heads or something? What is happening? I've already marked out 4 things to look at from this range. Mechanical rider supertending. You know what? We can't get like too bogged down in one section. It's just like sudden quick impressions here. Let's go. Okay, so let's have a look at the arachnofoot. I mean, that's quality. That's immense. Look at it. Oh my god. Yes. What? Okay. This has got to go on the list, surely. I mean, it's giant mechanical spiders with buzzsaws on top of them. And then there's little ones with little just like little spiky legs. So 6 steam arachnids and 2 megarachnids. Mecharachnids. God, that's difficult to say. Okay, these look great. I just love everything about these. There's no part of these that I don't like. What the hell? Yeah. That's... Oh no, I can feel them, like, this has got serious potential to be the one, I'll be honest. I'll just say straight up. Okay, there's also heavy metal as well. Some sort of weird long-armed dwarf, a metal golem, and 3 metal gamins? Gamins? The metal golem... I like bits of it. The arms and hands feel a bit too organic compared to the legs, which are just wooden. I like it's holding a big bar as a weapon, that's cool, but the head again feels a little bit organic compared to the rest of it. I don't know, that's not really doing it for me, that one. That's not really doing it for me. The others look cool. The little metal gamins. Gamins? One of them's a lizard, sure, why not? That bottom right one, I like that a lot more than the others, just generally. That's not really done it for me, that one. That's not really done it for me. Okay, let's try Primal Fury, because what on earth is going on here? So we have a 2-headed saber-toothed tiger, a guy with an axe. How is this part of the same faction? How is this and the giant metal spiders the same faction? What? Okay, clearly more research is needed. So, saber-toothed Cerberus. Yep. Got a saber-tooth with 3 heads. One with 2 heads. Absolute chonker, that one. Good lord. Look at the barrel chest on that guy. Kojo, which just seems to be a... Again, gorilla covered in spikes. And Paul Crockett. I mean... It's... Yeah. The big chonker one is not doing it for me. The other one looks cool. The gorilla's kind of interesting. Not grabbing me upon closer look, though. Waiting in the wings just looks weird as hell. So we've got mechanical ballerinas. Again, how is this connected to the? It's the same. I say it's the same faction. I'm starting to feel like actually there's overall factions, but then within the overall factions there's individual sub factions that have a different slant. That's the feeling I'm getting anyway. I could be totally wrong, but that's the feeling I'm getting because these do not look like they match up with the bear or the other weird animal stuff. They do match more closely with the arachnids, I guess. These are actually really cool. They're creepy. They're creepy and weird. I like the blades on the hands. Those look cool. There's a lot of detail on the dresses of the Coryphees. The mannequins are a bit more plain. The heads are I thought they were baseballs. They're just closer to sewn masks, aren't they? Almost like a kind of I forget which film Catwoman first showed up in, but when she had a homemade suit that the stitching was really big and obvious, kind of like that, I guess. I quite like those actually. I quite like them. They're going on the list. Then we've got Arcane Fate, which again looks totally different to all the other stuff. I would argue this doesn't even look related to the last 2-3 things we looked at. The Arcane Emissary, which just appears to be a Minotaur with mechanical spike arms and gigantic horns and robo legs, and the Arcane Effigy. The Arcane Effigy is a cool model. For some reason that strikes me as feeling a bit Final Fantasy in a way, but I'm not really sure why. The Arcane Emissary is... I quite like it. I quite like it. Not grabbing me as much as the others. And the horns are ludicrously long. It's taken me away from it a bit. The horns are just standing out to me as being too big. Just a bit too big, you know? Okay, that's not going on the list, but it's alright. It looks cool. Feel like it's worth reminding that this is just a quick blast through. This is just a first impression, see what jumps out. We're not going through them all in detail. We will do that at some point. But, okay, Neverborn. This one piqued my interest a bit just initially, just due to the name of it. So things that... It's a weird, snakes, but what the hell is that? I've got to find out what that is. Okay, things that go bump. There's a weird, spirit spider? Okay, we need to have a look at that. That's interesting. The Nekima core box. There's a winged woman with horns. I'm gonna have to... Yep, need to have a look at that. There's some sort of weird half ghost, half blood. I'm not sure. I can't really tell what that is. All right, let's go down a little bit. There's actually quite a bit jumping out here. Euripides? The names are absolutely killing me. I can't pronounce any of it. What the hell is that? Groot slang? Sure, let's have a look at that. Teddy is just a giant teddy bear with giant teeth. Sure. I mean, I feel like that is a concept that has been explored enough. I don't know that we necessarily need to... It's grabbed my attention, but only in a I've seen that a million times before kind of way. Huh, okay. So, I mean, Neverborn feels, in a way, a bit more coherent than the last lot. Okay, so we've got things that go bump. That is... Oh, Jesus. What the hell? What the hell? So it's like a... I was going to say Spider-Woman, but that's, you know what I mean. Alright, let's have a look. We've got the Widow Weaver, the Bandersnatch. Yeah, we've got the Bandersnatch and the Widow Weaver. So the Bandersnatch is that one? Is that one guy? So that one guy summons the big, horrible spirit spider? I mean, that's such a, like, I don't know, like a ye olde prospector style model. The Widow Weaver is horrific. Like, yeah, like properly horrific. I quite like that though. That's cool. That's cool. It's not going on the list, but it's cool. Okay, let's have a look at this lot. So, there's quite a lot going on here by the look of things. So we've got Nekima, we've got young Nephilim, mature Nephilim, and Bloodhunter. It's quite an interesting mix here. So she's got a massive sword, wings and horns, like proper cloven hooves, cool. The young Nephilim are more like demons, I guess. Mature ones are just bigger, uglier. The Bloodhunter is weird, like the long horn and the tongue with the... Yeah, that's a cool model. The fact it's got hooves instead of paws is interesting. I quite like these, actually. What's-her-name is definitely like the standout for this box. I actually really like that model. That's a really cool model. Alright, okay. You know what? We're gonna shunt that into the list. So we've also got Euripides. I don't know that that's how you even pronounce it. I don't think it is. We've got Euripides, Primordial Magic, Thune, and 3 Gigants. Probably Gigants, isn't it? It's probably Gigants. That's probably what that is. Alright. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, the man himself is an absolute mess in a great way. All the spikes that are like tied to him look really gross. That's cool. Thune is got a big old hook on a chain. That's horrific. I like it a lot. The Gigans are okay. The one that looks like... I think the sculpt for him kicking is not... It's alright. It's not amazing. To be honest, it's not striking me as... Yeah, this again is one like... There's a few that I like, and then the other three I'm not too fussed by, actually. I'm not too bothered by. This is, of course, the downside of just quickly glancing through. There will be stuff that I missed, but I'm going to go back over all of these in detail anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, okay, alright. Not being added to the list, those. The Groot slang, I just have to know what the hell this is. So, it is a creepy swamp creature with a long tail, a bunch of veiny stuff, a very long, creepy tongue. It almost looks like a fist for a head. That's weird. That is weird. I don't know, I quite like it, actually. I quite like that, yeah. Alright, that's a cool model. I'll give him that one. Next up, we've got the Outcasts Cutting Edge... Okay, what the hell? We need to take a look at that. That's immediately grabbed me. Oh, so this kind of looks... There's a bit of like Wild West going on with these guys. There's quite a few cowboy hats I can already see. Between the ley lines, I got a flash of what the... Sure, we need to have a look at that. Hired Killers looks very Wild West as well. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know, there's a few interesting... Although, have you noticed that I keep getting drawn towards mechs again? Because I was just looking down and... I mean, Beyond Time, it looks like there's something cool in there as well, but I think it's because I keep getting drawn to big mechanised suits of armour. I mean, I guess I've just got a type, you know? I guess I've just got a type. Desolation looks weird. Let's have a look at that as well. Okay, so... We have Cutting Edge Technology, Lazarus, and 2 Freikorps Engineers. Lazarus looks solid. The Engineers look great. That's alright. I immediately love that. That looks fantastic. That really does. That's so cool. Oh man, that's so good. Whew. Yeah, okay, immediately like that. That's going in the list. That's gone in the list. I like it. It looks great. Between the ley lines... Oh, that's like a wearable suit. What on earth? Yeah, I don't know whether I like that or not. I like the librarians that are clearly assassins. I like those. I like those. Those look really cool. That suit, Hannah Lovelace, is just what on earth? I don't know. I feel like I should like it, but it's not quite doing it for me. It's not quite doing it for me. It's very funny though. Christ alive. But yeah, I don't know. The librarians look cool. The librarians are cool. Yeah, they're cool. So we also have Beyond Time. Is that a guy trapped in that guy's stomach? What? Okay, that does look like a guy trapped in that guy's stomach. That's grim. I mean, is he controlling it? Or is he just stuck in it? So we've got Ionis and Talos. That's pretty cool. I really like the Ionis model as well. That weird clock with all the smoke pouring out of it. It's like, yeah, I actually really like that. That looks super interesting to me. That looks super interesting. That's really fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to. That's added along with everything else. Desolate. What on earth is this? What the hell? Okay, so we've got a Desolation engine and some abominations. They're not wrong. Those are... What the hell is wrong with you? What? So we've got a guy with little spiky stabby bits coming out of his eye sockets. Nice. That guy's got a vat rammed into... Look at his jaws coming out of the bottom of it. Come on now. What? Why? The chainsaw-handed guy is horrific as well. He's got a chainsaw sticking out the top of his head. What? That guy, the one with like the splayed mechanical ribs and his like... Oh, that's terrible. The Desolation engine, actually, comparatively, I don't think is anywhere near as gross or creepy. The abominations are way more horrific than the Desolation engine. Like, way more horrific. Some of that is like some Event Horizon hell scene nonsense, and I don't know whether I'm here for it or not. I don't know. I actually don't know. I feel like I'm just on a gut level. I just don't think I'd enjoy painting those. I think that'd be something to build up to. Genuinely, I just don't know what I'd do with them. Just in terms of painting them, I feel like it would be a nightmare for me. Okay, we're gonna leave those. We're gonna leave those. Okay, Bayou, bye. Right, Bayou. Let's have a look at you. So, squealers. Is that pigs with gas masks? Okay, we're gonna have a look at those. Little goblins with pigs. There seems to be a lot of pig and goblin action going on here. More little goblins. That's a big fat goblin. Go have a look at that. Murlocs. I am Murloc. I'd do the noise, but I've got a cough and it would kill me. These are really odd. Like, these are... I keep saying it. It's true. Whiskey Golem. All right. Okay, I've already clicked a couple. Just because they've like jumped out. That's an actual... What? Oh my God, I'll have a look at that as well. Okay, there's quite a few that I've just clicked here. Let's have a quick blast through the squid. Oh dear. Alright, so the squealers are pigs that have got masks on with gramophone horns over the top, presumably so that they can squeal really loud at people. What the actual hell? What are you doing? I mean, on the one hand I love it, on the other hand, I don't know, maybe not for a first go. What? Oh man. Excellent concept though. Fantastic concept. Okay. The Wong core box. This is a real mixture of... Wow, alright. There's a lot going on here. So we've got Wong, who's got some sort of spirit nonsense in a briefcase. Olivia Bernard. Who's got Alphonse LeBlanc. What the hell is this? Like, it's been weird so far. It's been weird. I mean, the name, I mean, it's weird. But, like, this feels like an extra level of what the hell am I looking at? What am I looking? These are just... Alright. Okay, my brain's starting to melt. My brain is starting to melt here. It's leaving the building. It's just going. Let's have a look at the Bayou engineering. Again, it's a pig. It's a mechanical pig. Of course it's a pig. I don't know what am I expecting out of this lot other than a pig. So we've got mechanized pork chop, Sparks LeBlanc, and 3 survivors who've got horrific scars. That guy's got half a plate over his head. Got a gun for a hand. The 2 of them, well, 2 guns for hands, and one of them's got close combat weapons for hand. What on earth is going on? That mechanical pig is absolutely immense, though. That is quality. That is quality. To be honest, I could leave the rest of the stuff in here, but that pig is is amazing, and I want one. But is it worth grabbing that when I'm not too much of a fan of the survivors? Sparks LeBlanc is fine, he's alright, but the survivors don't really do anything for me. Okay, I don't think that can go on the list off the basis of the mechanical pig, I'll be honest. Okay, the whiskey golem. The whiskey golem is full of oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. It's literally just a golem made out of whiskey barrels. I don't know what I was expecting from the name. I mean, I was expecting this, but the execution is kind of what I was hoping for. I guess I really like this. He's got a little tap on his head. Okay, alright. You've sold me. You sold me on the whiskey golem. You've sold me on the whiskey golem. Look at his face. Just look at that. Okay, that's gone on the list. Finally, we've got the swine cursed, which I really just wanted to look at because, I mean, I knew what it was. It's not the most complicated concept, is it? So, it's just pig humanoids. Of course it is. Massive heads. Really brutal looking tusks. They are quite muscular as well. Quite. They've got some girth on them, these pig men. Yeah, okay. They're not massively grabbing me, but it's a cool concept nonetheless. Next up, we've got 10 Thunders. Immediately, oh man, that looks like a massive gun. Alright, we're going to have to take a look at that. Giant shoulder-mounted cannon. I'm in for that. Let's take a glance at that. So, what else have we got? Immortal Tricksters. It seems animal-based again. Okay, what else do we have? There's... what? Hungering Darkness. I mean, that just like some sort of Cthulhu-esque tentacle monster. So, I've got to take a look at that. What the hell is that? The Tanuki? I'm... They've caught my eye, but not necessarily in a positive way. More just in a... Does that look like hamsters to anyone else? Oh my god, the names. The Weird Spider-Man. We've got to have a look at that for sure. Those are the ones that really have kind of jumped out. What's that? Shadow Fate looks interesting as well. Alright, so we've got Silent Strike. That gun does not look silent. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. How is that silent? That does not look silent at all. So we've got the Lone Swordsman and 3 Samurai. So the Samurai they've got swords, but they also have massive Gatling cannons. This is a concept I can get behind, and I genuinely really like this. This looks great. They look awesome. So they're going to go on the list. We've also got the Immortal Tricksters, which is more weird animal nonsense. We've got an eagle with hands and a maul. What? So the Tengu are interesting. And also a squirrel cat with 2 tails. The cat... Look, there's no point in pronouncing it. That one, I'll be honest, this one is definitely not doing it for me. It's definitely not doing it for me. It's... yeah, no, it's just... I'm not getting the... I want to mess with this. I want to assemble. I want to paint this sort of vibe off the Immortal Tricksters. Sorry. Let's try these lads. The Old Hungering Darkness. That's what it was. I mean, it's a giant like Cthulhu-esque tentacly monstery thing. Kind of puts me very much in mind of the. I've got one behind me. The Mutalith Vortex Beast. Sort of makes me feel like that a little bit, and I quite like it because of that. I mean, it's cool. It is cool. I do like it. But I've already got something very similar to this. So I don't know whether I would get anything from trying this as like a first thing for Malifaux, purely because it's something that I've not got, but something extremely similar. So yeah, I like it, but we won't go for that one because it's not really. I feel like I'd be kind of missing out on what makes Malifaux different if I just get something that's very similar to something I already own, you know. So we'll skip that. We've got these though. We've got the Jorogamu, which look horrific. Oh, those are awful. They really are. The elongated bodies are terrible. Like, not terrible as in they look bad. Just that they're really creepy and nasty. Super creepy and nasty, in fact. I like these a lot. I like them a lot. They're really, like... Oh, the faces were all messed up. The bodies... It's all bulbous compared to how thin the torso is. And that like, connecting section... It's like the waist is just way too big, way too long, and... Oh, God. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, they're on the shortlist. Gross. Terrible. Okay, we've also got... What is this? Shadow Fate. So we've got the Shadow Effigy and a big old dragon. Shadow Emissary. Yeah, they look cool. They look okay. Not really grabbing me though. Not compared to the other stuff that we've looked at. Yeah, no, we won't add them. Okay, let's have a look at the Explorers Society. Oh wow, all right. What is this? Some sort of mad contraption? I'm having that. Okay, this is great. There's a lot of stuff here that's just really jumping out. Under your skin looks interesting. Off the deep end looks super interesting as well. What the hell is that? It's like a weird diving bell robot thing? I don't know. There's some cool stuff in here. There's some really cool stuff in here. Okay. There's some sort of horrendous worm down here. A sandworm. Oh, okay. Malisaurus Rex. Sure. Gotta take a look at that. Wanderlust looks kind of interesting as well. I actually really like it. I want to look at almost everything here. There's something, some character or some model or some little bit of art on this page for almost everything that's kind of caught my eye. Hush looks interesting too. Okay, we've got to chill out. It's getting it. What's this? It's got like weird moose reindeer antlers. I think the Explorer Society is the one that's jumped out. I mean, the most of all of them. Everyone reckoned that Neverborn would be the thing that I really like the look of for Malifaux, but honestly, so far, I mean, I kind of want to look at almost everything in the Explorer Society. Interesting. All right, let's have a look. So we've got Vernon and Wells, and yes, it is a mechanical. It's going to say like one wheel contraption, but it's not because it's got 3 wheels and a giant cannon of some kind. That's mad. That is properly mad. I really like it. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm not gonna put it on the list just because I don't. While I like it, it's not. It's mad, but not weird enough. It's not quite weird enough for me. If that is a thing. Which, I mean, it is, because I've just said it is. So, Under Your Skin looks interesting as well. So we've got Dr. Meredith Stanley, a Night Silk Creeper, and 3 Berserker Husks. What? Okay, closer look is required at these. The Berserker Husks are horrendous. They almost give me, almost like Dead Space vibes, kind of? Sort of, a little bit. Not, massively, but... Okay, I like those. Those look cool. The Night Silk Creeper is horrendous, and I really like it. Dr. Meredith Stanley, that's just quite a cool model. I like the vials and stuff on the belt. Yeah, those are creepy and weird. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's going on the list. Okay, we also had Off the Deep End. So this is clearly an explorer type. So we've got Dr. Beeb and the Calypso Mark II. Which is basically a crab that you get inside and walk around in, I assume. I quite like it. But it's... Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. Yeah, okay. No, I'm kind of two minds, but I think if it hasn't got that instant grab, then it shouldn't go on the list, you know? Okay, let's have a look at the sandworm. I mean, I'm mostly curious about the sandworm just because I mean, it's just cool. Again, this is something that I kind of have something like. Not actually this model, but I've got like I think it's a Reaper something or other. Is it a Reaper? A Reaper miniatures? Like big giant worm thing that looks very similar to this. So again, kind of pointless getting something that I already have a very close like proxy of, I guess. But it looks cool. We also had the Malifaux Rex, which again I was just curious about, but actually looks quality. I don't have any just outright dinosaurs. That's a good paint job as well. Very nicely. Oh, look at the metal. Look at the metal on that. Good work. Good work, whoever painted that. Nice. I mean, it's cool. It is cool. It's not necessarily that weird. It is just a T-Rex with some spikes on it. It's not blowing my mind with how weird it is, you know? It's not like doing the thing of I must have this thing now. So we'll skip that guy. Wanderlust looks super interesting to me. So we've got Jesse Halliday, Alpinist, and Bellhop Porter. Is that a massive suit of armour, or is that a robot? He's got a bunch of suitcases on his back, which is awesome. Jesse Halliday does look cool. The little robot dog is adorable. The little flowers on him, oh, it's so cute. It's cute. Not necessarily my thing, but cute. Okay. We've also got Hush, which looked super weird. Okay. This might be a thing. So we have an Archivist and 3 Spell Eaters. The Spell Eaters look great. They look awesome. Oh god, that's on the list. The Archivist having no mouth is creepy as anything. And the fact he's got the eyes above his actual eyes. Oh, yeah, no, that's immediately grabbed me. That's immediately grabbed me. Straight away. That looks great. Okay, and the last thing I think was the Damned, which, what? Okay, I mean this is it's still Explorer Society. That is awesome. That looks like something I'd make. Okay, that just looks like something I'd make. I would totally make this. I would kit bash this. I want it. I want it immediately. I printed something not that dissimilar to this, but I still want this. It's got like a very humanoid torso, but the legs are very like animalistic. All the weird growth coming out of the back is super creepy. Oh, awful. I love it. Okay, that's going on the list too. Alright, this is where we start to run into issues, because we've got to narrow it down now. We've got to narrow it down. Okay, so we've narrowed it down to Protect and Serve from the Guild, Desiccated from the Resurrectionist faction, The Call to Madness from Resurrectionist again, Arachnophobia from Arcanist, Waiting in the Wings, also from Arcanist, the Nekima Core Box from Neverborn, Cutting Edge Technology from Outcasts, which, oh man, now I'm looking at it, that's kind of grabbing me quite severely, to be honest. I mean, is there a shortlist? I think there might have to be 2 versions of the shortlist. Beyond Time, which I like, but not as much as the Cutting Edge Technology. The Whiskey Golem I really liked. I'll be honest, the Bayou, it didn't grab me anywhere near as much as the other stuff. I might need to go through that one in more detail and just probably get to grips with that range, because that looked, I don't know, it didn't quite grab me. But this is a very quick, rushed, I mean, it's a stupidly long video, but it's fine. So, Silent Strike from 10 Thunders. I love this. This is really cool. Weird and cool. Then there was Joragon. Yeah, I love these as well. Again, 10 Thunder. Okay. Under Your Skin, I really liked from the Explorer Society. The Explorer Society was super solid. Then we've got Hush with the Spell Eaters, which is so good. So good. And the Damned, which I love that. Alright, okay. Let's trim some fat. Protect and Serve. I do really like them. Protect and Serve. I really like them, but I don't think they're not holding the same sway as some of the weirder stuff, so we can scrap that off. Desiccated, I really do like. I really do like that a lot. The skeletons are like creepy and interesting, but this is something that like I would do this myself, and it wouldn't strike me as being like massively tricky to do. Is that an unfair thing to? It's not grabbing me as much as some of the other stuff, so it goes. Let's just call it out how it is. So Call to Madness, I really like the wings on the Night Terrors. The Night Terrors are really cool models overall. The clothing on them is a really nice touch. But again, it's not holding its own against some of the other stuff. The Arachnophobia stuff, I really like. I really like those. Creepy mechanical spiders, they're still kind of jumping out at me. Waiting in the Wings, I love these models. I think I'm going to have to sack off Arachnophobia in favour of Waiting in the Wings because they're really doing it for me. The Nekimacore box, I think I like the main character more than the stuff around her, to be honest. I think I like her more than the other stuff. So let's get rid of that because, again, it's not really holding its own. Cutting Edge Technology is holding its own. I really like that. Beyond Time, not over the other stuff that we've still got left. The Whiskey Golem is adorable and hilarious, and I do love him. But compared to the other stuff, he's got to go. Silent Strike, fantastic. These guys are fantastic. The Under Your Skin stuff, I mean, I do like them, but they're not grabbing me the same way that those are. So get rid of those. Hush. I think it's weirdly, it's coming down to three. The Damned, I really like the Damned, but I've printed something similar to this literally a couple of days ago. Does it stand out uniquely because of the fact that I've done something similar? No. Is that a bit unfair to it? I don't think it is. You've got to go for the thing that just excites you and makes you want to paint. So we'll get rid of that. So what we're left with is Waiting in the Wings, Cutting Edge Technology, Silent Strike, and Geronimo, and Hush. Realistically, Waiting in the Wings and Hush feel a bit similar in their kind of, I guess, just in their kind of feel. They've both got like a dancer thing going on. It's whether I really like the choreography on those, but I think I prefer the Spell Eaters to those. I think Hush is winning out because of the weird nature of them. Also, there's like some really cool flowy cloth there that I would quite like to paint. So, okay. You know what? Let's get rid of Waiting in the Wings. So we're left with Cutting Edge Technology. I don't think I'm going to go for this one this time, but I'm saving it because I will end up getting this because I really, really like those models. I really like them, especially Lazarus. Lazarus is just ticking all the boxes for me. Silent Strike, I really love. Is it as weird as Hush or the Geronimo guys? No. So which is it? This is the question. I think it's narrowed down to Geronimo, or I've got to stop calling them that, or Hush. It's so difficult to pick between the two, though. It's so difficult to pick between the two. Because they all look great. They all look great. It's really hard. I think I'm more excited about the prospect of painting this box. I'm more excited about the prospect of painting the Hush box. So I think that's the way to go. I think that's what I need to do. I think I'll get this one to start with. I'll go for these to start with. I will say the Explorer Society, I need to go through that range like with a fine-tooth comb because there's loads of cool stuff in there. Yeah, let's go for Hush. I will grab the box and then maybe we can do something fun with it because I don't know. They've won out. They've won out. They've got the seal of this is grabbed me and I want to paint this, which is, you know, that's how you should start any collection. I'm in the firm opinion that that's how you should start any collection. That turned out to be super long and rambly. Apologies for that, but I don't know, I quite enjoyed doing that, and it'd be fun to get my hands on these and mess about with them. If you are a big Malifaux fan or player, then do let me know in the comments below whether I got any of that, like, gut instinct, how does this work, how do these factions work, right? And if not, then you're probably not surprised, let's be honest. thank you very much for watching. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, videos, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you would like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.